life.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Procrastinator channel. It is I here again today, your host, Procrastinator04. Today, guys, I will be taking a look, well, more like talking about the topic of Call of Duty Warzone 1 shutting down. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Warzone 1, also known as Citadel, Fastro, I don't know, will be shutting down on sometime September, I've heard. And yeah, so anyways, that's what we're here to talk about today, so let's get right into the video. Alright, so it's now time to start talking about what's going on. So according to a quick Google search and a result that pops up by IGN, it says Activision Blizzard said in a blog post that the decision is being undertaken in order to focus on future Call of Duty content, including the current Warzone free-to-play experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, basically what they're saying is we're gonna delete this game so we can make more money in our other game, but we're not gonna give you your content, the stuff, your money back. The money that you use to pay for the content that is in the game that we're shutting down. That's basically what they're saying. Because if you thought they were giving us refunds, no, they are not giving you refunds, okay? They are not gonna give you refunds. And so it's basically a giant fuck you in the face of everyone who has played Warzone 1 and enjoys Warzone 1 more than Warzone 2, which in my opinion, Warzone 1 is kinda, well, to be fair, I haven't played Warzone 2 or 1 in a while, but sorry about that, my cat interrupted me, but in my opinion, from what I've played, Warzone 1 is kinda better than Warzone 2. Okay, that's just my opinion. Now, I definitely am not a fan of that, like, World War II stuff in the game, right? Because most of the weapons you find on the ground are World War II weapons, which I think is, reason for that is because of their new game, well, if you can even call it a game, Call of Duty Vanguard. Yeah, just like Call of Duty Vanguard, I just do not like... Well, I mean, Call of Duty Vanguard was a good game. Anyways, I'm sidestepping. I'm getting sidetracked. But, yeah, the reason for them taking down the game was because they just want to make more money, okay? And as I stated before in the intro, the game will be up until September. What they said for your content that you bought with your money is that it's going to go over to, I think, Modern Warfare 2019 or maybe 2020. I'm not sure which Modern Warfare, but I know it's one of them. And also Call of Duty Vanguard. So, what's happening here is similar to what we're seeing happening in the indie gaming industry, where these major companies are buying into these indie games and then basically killing the game deliberately so that the indie game is not able to compete with their bigger indie game. Now, if you're like, what does this have to do with Warzone 1? Then you're probably fucking stupid. Let me explain. Now, when we have Warzone 1, a game owned by Activision, and Warzone 2, two different games, right? Even though they're basically the same thing, they're still two different platforms. Now, if you're like me and you're like, well, why couldn't they just do what Fortnite did and just, add Warzone 2 as Warzone 1 or something, just put out an update saying this is Warzone 2 or whatever, right? Now, if you're like me and you're like, why couldn't they do that? Well, I think it's fairly obvious. They want profit, okay? Now, you're like, what profit are they gonna make? Warzone 1 is free and so is Warzone 2. You don't have to buy any of these games. Well, first of all, Buckaroo, if they just did an update, then they might not have they wouldn't have as much hype going in, right? Because it's just an update to an already existing game, and people who are skeptic of Warzone 1 might be like, I don't want to play this because, you know, it's Warzone. But then they make this new game, then there's more hype surrounding the game. You understand what I'm saying? So once there's more hype surrounding the game, with more microtransactions, with a different battle pass, and in a different game, they can shut down their other game, the first game, and say, fuck you, we're not giving you a refund, we're keeping your money, go buy the new shit, and your old shit is gonna be distributed in these older games that no one plays. Because let's be honest, when's the last time anyone at all has ever picked up fucking Vanguard multiplayer or some shit like that? I have not seen that. And if you can show me evidence, then I would be happy to change my statement right now. But once they've shut down Warzone 1 and their new shit is in this game, they no longer have a Warzone competitor, right? The three major players in the Battle Royale scene for multiplayer is, as I was saying, the three major players in the Battle Royale scene is PUBG, Fortnite, and Warzone, okay? Even though PUBG is dying, they're still in the Battle Royale scene because they still have their player base and whatnot. So these games, they're running a monopoly, okay? Now, if say I were to create a Battle Royale, also if you consider Tarkov an extraction shooter a Battle Royale, then put Tarkov in there as well. So, as I was saying, these games are running a monopoly. If I were to build my own Battle Royale game and put it out on the industry, they would come after me by investing in my game and then telling me how to run my game by deliberately destroying my game so that I lose players over time, and then I would have to shut down my game because it would no longer be financially viable to run my game. So that's what's going on here, okay? So, moral of the video: Warzone is shutting down their game because they want more profits. Yeah, that's the end. I'm really tired now, so go shit yourself, like and subscribe. I really need to take a break from YouTube when I'm recording because I just talk non-stop, bro, and I run out of oxygen, and like the amount of speed I'm talking in, like, you do not understand how fast I have to come up with words, especially that this is non-scripted, right? So if you hear me repeating myself over and over and over, it's because this is non-scripted and I am making up what I'm saying on the go. I just repeated myself, but anyways, go shit yourself, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Fuck off.